Here it is. It's in the Roman world. Is the Greek concept passed to the Romans, and it's let's see here. Here, second paragraph. Fergen Cap reappears in Mythraism. It's the Mithra religion. This astrology-centric Roman mystery cult projected itself with pseudo-oriental trappings to distinguish itself from both traditional Roman religion and from other mystery cults. The artwork of the cult, the figures, the god Mithras, as well as those of his helpers, are routinely depicted with a Phrygian cap. The function of the cap in the cult are unknown, but is conventionally identified as an accessory of its Perseae or something like that. Okay, Zoroaster, Magi, it's got all kinds of things, but it's if you open this up, you'll see, and you can do other searches than Wikipedia, of course. But it's on U.S. SEALs, like the U.S. Army, I believe. It's right there. It's on the we may see on the Argentinian flag, on other flags. It's there. It's on. They put it on a little stick sometimes. Okay, Futurism. Anybody know what that is? That's the thing with was it Back to the Future or whatever that movie was? Okay. Basically, to make it cut short, the Romanism with the Jesuits, they found some right Jesuits scholars, and they figured out what they could do, and they came up with Futurism. Ways to take all the blame off of them as the beast system and beast power in Revelation, which is, there's no way to stop it, but they've come up with this, and they've hoodwinked basically 97% of Christianity believes in secret rapture. So it's the Futurism. They have dispensationalism, and one theory that everything happened in the past, the other is in the future, and all this, and that nobody's going to have to go through the tribulation. They have the great ways to, or evil ways to deceive people to thinking that it's true. And it's unbelievable what's happened. But Darby and others did it, and also Moody. Moody was very central to supporting all this. Without Moody, may have been perhaps a different story. Also Schofield's Bible helped bring all this in. Okay, here's King James Version. Here's two texts. Matthew 7:14 says, "Narrow is the way." It's changed to "difficult is the way." Instead of narrow, it's difficult. How is that? There's no way. Okay, so Proverbs, all these changes. Let's see. Distorts the meaning of the verse. Takes away the symbolic crucifixion of self. The devil doesn't want you to bury the old man of sin. Galatians 2:20. Nevertheless I live is admitted. Ooh. So I wonder, like in ministries like Amazing Facts, they have a New King James Bible. Does it have all this in it, or do they somehow sanitize it from all these evils that have been perpetrated? The voice of the archangel is changed to the voice of an archangel. That's what they do, is they make tiny little changes, and it makes a huge, massive theological difference. And they're all in this. They're on a tyrant to do away with the truth, to bring in evil. Okay, last line. All appearance of evil is changed to every form of evil, and then it gives details why they did this. What's the significance? 2 Timothy 2:15, study is changed to be diligent. Okay, goes through all this. So you can look this up. Too superstitious changed to very religious. Ooh. Search the scriptures changed to you search the scriptures. But it gives the details of why such a small change makes a huge difference. Peculiar is changed to special. Okay, it goes on and on. So check that out. What's new in the New King James Version? And let's see. The origin of Futurism, George Burnside. Okay, let's see. Tumeric. Tumeric is, we have it here. It grows in the tropics very well. And it's a type of a plantain, but it's a small, it's maybe a meter tall with a leaf and with a nice looking leaf on it. And but it produces this wonderful roots in the ground. It's like bulbs, sort of, and excellent. It says it's good for overproduction of stomach acids. We all need that. Turmeric was also shown to prohibit enzymes that negatively impact stomach health. Also promotes the secretion of stomach mucus, which in turn helps the body from damage caused by gastric acid and other irritants. Also has antispasmodic property, which helps smooth the digestive muscles to relax. This helps the digestive spasms to keep spasms down, cholesterol, on and on and on. And so turmeric is excellent. Also very good for inflammation in the body, so we all need help with that. Okay, and we like, the best way really is to get it fresh. If you get it dried, you know, you can do that, but getting it fresh is good. Powdered may be easier to use, so just do what you can. Okay, this is about the pagan origin of Easter, and I'm going to skip down a little bit. Easter is basically Ishtar. It was the day commemorated. It was a day that commemorated the resurrection of one of their gods they called Tammuz, who was believed to be the only begotten son of the moon goddess, which was a lie, and the sun god, which are both a lie. In those ancient times, there was a man named Nimrod, who was the grandson of one of Noah's sons named Ham. Ham had a son named Cush, who married a woman named Semiramis, and that was the trouble. They then had a son and named him Nimrod. After the death of his dad, Nimrod married his own mother and became a powerful king. He was also a hunter, and so on, and also Tower of Babel and other cities. The Bible tells of him, and you can read it, land of Shinar. He became a god-man to the people, and Semiramis, his wife and mother, became a powerful queen of ancient Babylon. They started all kinds of evil things, witchcraft, every evil thing, including priests, celibacy, astrology, and so forth. Nimrod was eventually killed by an enemy, and I've read that it was one of Noah's grandsons that was righteous. He killed him to try to get rid of the evils that Nimrod was bringing upon the whole earth. He was eventually killed by an enemy, and his body was cut in pieces and sent to various parts of his kingdom. All the parts were gathered except the reproductive organ and so forth. He claimed that he could not come back to life without it. Oh, come on. And they told the people that he ascended to the sun and was now to be called Baal, the sun god. She also proclaimed he would be present on okay, this is a big one here. Semiramis, Queen of Heaven, I believe, is also, and she's really what Mary is in the Catholic religion, is Queen, is the Semiramis. So if you research it, if you check it out, you'll find out it's true. Also proclaimed that Baal would be present on earth in the form of a flame, whether candle or lamp when used in worship. So that's basically a sign of Satan or sun god evil in a flame. And so what does the Adventist new logo have? They have flames on it. And also in the 3ABN set was changed, and I loved how it was before, and they could have updated it and kept it the same style, perhaps, but they redid the thing, and the colors are dark, and they have a fireplace there that's with, I don't know what kind of, if it's gas or what, but behind all the guests, when they do interviews, there's flames, and for me that's evil, because I've heard about that in California, about this thing with the flame, that it's a symbol, an evil symbol on the earth. Okay, she was creating, Semiramis was creating a mystery religion, and with the help of Satan, she set up herself as a goddess. She claimed that she was immaculately conceived. There it is, immaculate conception. And so much of what's in Catholicism is from Babylon, from this after the flood, the evil. Basically, Satan was working with these people like hand and foot. Same with the some of the other empires, Greece, and Catholic, pagan, papal Rome, and pagan Rome, and also well, let's keep going. Okay, she taught that she taught that the moon was a goddess and went through a cycle, and she claimed an egg and all this stuff, and so that's what Easter all revolves around, is this ridiculous paganism. She had a son out of wedlock called Tammuz, and she set up, let's see, her astrologers told her to set his birthday at December 25th, and also one day he was killed by a wild pig, and so and so they both got killed. She made it all this mystery religion and so forth. Sorrow for Tammuz, you can find that even in the Jewish temple. They were weeping for Tammuz and doing sun worship. Elders were doing sun worship, and also they had something strange, sort of like masonry or something weird going on in another room too. They ate sacred cakes with the marking of a T or cross on the top, and that's for Tammuz. And the spring equinox is involved. Eggs. What else? Rabbits and eggs, and rabbits don't have eggs. And all kinds of... Ishtar also proclaimed that because Tammuz was killed by a pig, that a pig must be eaten on that Sunday. And then there's fasting and so forth, not eating certain foods. Some have wondered why the word Easter is in the King James Bible. It's because Acts tells us that it was the evil King Herod who was planning to celebrate Easter and not the Christians. Okay, and this is if you just look up the pagan origins of Easter, and I'll give you here at the bottom. It's from the Last Trumpet. From the Last Trumpet Ministries International, Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. That's the source of this, and it's from David J. Meyer. Okay, David J. Meyer, Last Trumpet Ministries International, the pagan origins of Easter. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, dried dairy products are very harmful because because of the oxidation, it creates all kinds of other harmful chemicals, many harmful ones, and that's reported in Proof Positive by the new president of Weimar Institute in California, the big health center, Adventist Health Center, one of the ones that's been traditionally very true to God, with the school that has been non-accredited, so forth. That's been a big problem. The Adventist Church, the AMA back in 1915 was forcing the Loma Linda in California to get accredited, and the president did it, and it's become a real serious trouble all this time. Okay, this is Hope of Israel Ministries Hope of Israel Ministries, 40 days of weeping for Tammuz. It gives a lot of and this is Lent. That's what Lent is. 40 days of weeping for Tammuz, this pagan mystery religion that was a total lie, and that's what Lent is. And it's in churches and Protestant churches and all this. It's unbelievable. So this gives a lot of background. You can put everything together. Our mind is incredible, and so don't think that you can't enjoy all this information and pull it up. Because God, if we ask God, He can do it. To pull it up, to share with people, and to make have a good a blessing and how you say, witness to the truth. Okay, exposed court documents show Monsanto colluded with the EPA to hide cancer-causing effects of Roundup. Whoa. Yeah. Okay, that's just a quick. Monsanto's war on science. How the world's most evil corporation has pushed the world's most poisoned science. And now it's a serious trouble with GMOs in all over the United States, and most of the corn, most of the soy, and they're pushing it on people. And in Argentina, they have a massive GMO operation there with soy and so forth. The Two Babylons by Alexander Hislop. I haven't read it yet, but I'm planning to. And so you can get it free online, PDF. Okay, so I recommend that. Here's another one, free PDF. Hitler's Pope, the Secret History of Pius the whatever. John Cornwell, Penguin Books. Okay. Hidden Life, Papal Power Games. Germany, Hitler and Pacelli, gives a lot of details. Wow. The Jews of Rome, Church Triumphant. Okay, there's papal Jews that basically just do whatever they're, whatever is good for the program, the overall program. Why I changed my mind about homeopathy? This is a pretty good informational thing. Homeopathy is something that I would definitely call witchcraft and not to be involved in if you study it out. So this can help you. It's from The Guardian here, April 2012. April 3rd, Tuesday, April 3rd, 2012. Why I changed my mind about homeopathy, and from The Guardian. See if it has. I don't see a name on here. Goes into it. Okay, I just wanted to Turning the Hearts of Ministry is a great pastor, Hector Torres. So I highly recommend that you get in touch with them. He lives in Washington State, and he does programs. He does series on health, on prophecy, on the truth within the movement. Truth Triumphant. This is by B.G. Wilkinson. Truth Triumphant. I would highly recommend this. I need to finish reading it. I've been about maybe halfway through or a quarter way through, but it's been so rich, and I've got to get back to it. So I'm gonna I'll get back to that. But you can get that online again, Truth Triumphant, and that'll give you the details you need to go deeper into true history with religion and the antagonists of true religion as well. The Midnight Freemasons. This is interesting. It tells basically that if Martin Luther King would have kept going on, that he already had everything set up. He would have become a Mason. It was widely reported in 1999 that this Barksdale, Prince Hall in Georgia, posthumously made King a Mason at sight. Something like an honorary degree or something. Okay.